and I'll give you a little idea how tall it is. Before we spray that last field, I wanted to walk out here and show y'all something in the corn that I do not like at all. Morning guys, welcome back for another video here at Triple R Farms. My name is Daniel and it is Tuesday, May the 7th. And here's kind of what we got on tap for today. It's just going to be me down here at Blackwell's Bend, spraying with the Rogator today. I'm going to be laying by the corn down here. And Dad and PA are going to be at Gray Rocks. We're going to be working with Auburn University again this year, doing some plots down there. And Dad is meeting Miss Brenda. And they're going to get all that coordinated today and get the corn fertilized like she wants it. So that's what they're going to be doing down there. Mark's going to be helping PA fill up. James is going to be hauling fertilizer back and forth to him. Wayne is doing some stuff around the shop. So that's what we got going on so far. Let's get this video started. Let's go look at the corn. All right, first we'll start with the variety. In this particular spot in the field right here, this is Revere 1839 is the variety. And our population is 28,000 right here. It's either 28,000 or 30,000. I'm not sure. Planting date in this spot in the field was planted March 29th, and I'll give you a little idea how tall it is. So PA has already fertilized this field, so it has been side dressed. There may be one more application of nitrogen, and that'll be right at when it just starts to tassel. If the tissue samples say that we need a little bit more, we'll put a little bit more with the airplane. But corn looks really good. The tissues that I took earlier on all the corn was probably some of the best tissue samples that we have ever gotten on corn. So all that work by rigging up the fertilizer rig with this 3-stream tip, putting all that fertilizer and everything right on the row at planting, really paid off. But corn looks beautiful. So I guess you could call that the good news. Let me give you the bad news. We are getting on the dry side. You come out here middle of the day, 12 o'clock, this corn has started curling up a little bit. Leaves are started curling. Sign of dry weather. So we are due for a good rain. The good news is tomorrow, which is Wednesday, the chances of rain start picking up, especially Thursday. Really good chance of rain, so we're keeping our fingers crossed. All the corn, basically all the crops that we've gotten planted, everything needs a rain. So hopefully we'll get it in the next day or two, but there's the corn. We got a little friend right here. See this killdee? She's laying on some eggs right there. That's why she's not getting up. See her? Got him. We didn't mess with them. So what are we putting out? This will be our corn lay-by recipe. And a lot of times in the videos, I'll say I'm putting a defoamer in there and I never explain why. Sometimes certain chemicals, when you mix them all together and they start stirring in that tank, they'll create a layer of foam. And a lot of times that foam will build up and it will not allow you to fill your tank all the way up with water. So when we put a defoamer in there, we're basically trying to eliminate the foam, so that is why I put that in there. So we put that, then we're going with Callisto, going 4 ounces to the acre of that. Our wet sol will be our surfactant, of course. Then we got our Molly, 6 ounces to the acre, atrazine, a quart to the acre of that. We got our Prowl H2O. We're going with 3 pints to the acre of that. And then we have our Roundup Power Max 3. So some of these chemicals that I'm putting out, they need a rain to be activated. They need to go down into the ground and they create like a barrier of chemical to keep weeds and grasses from coming up, like your atrazine and your Prowl. The good thing is, hopefully we're gonna get rain in the next day or two. But the goal is to keep that corn as clean as we can till it gets big enough where the leaves canopy over in between the rows and they create shade. So when they lap the middles like that, that helps eliminate any of the grasses and broadleaves from coming up later on in the year when these other chemicals that I'm putting out have gone away. So what I'm doing right now is the very last shot of actual herbicides that we will be putting on the corn. So hopefully we'll get that rain. Hopefully it'll canopy over it real quick, kick in the nitrogen, take off growing real fast, and we'll be weed free and grass free.
Morning, Daniel.
I got him in training.
Getting them ready for what?
Soybean. I did. I admit.
You did?
I did not.
Oh.
Trisha's not big on baseball.
Well, baseball's life. Everything else is details.
They lose?
No, they won 7-2.
Against?
Georgia Tech in Atlanta.
Well, we're going to fill up with chemical, but we got one more field down here at Blackwell's Bend, and then we are ready to pack it up and move to Gray Rocks. Before we spray that last field, I wanted to walk out here and show y'all something in the corn that I do not like at all. See this right here? This is not good. See the different heights of corn? You got a small corn right here, And then you got really healthy corn right there. So here's what I think we got going on. Now, I have seen cornfields look like this in the past before, and talking with some people, looking at some different photos and stuff, doing a little research, I think what we got going on here is stubby root nematodes. They're working on the roots of the corn. Now, I have not sent anything off to any labs or anything, and I wish I had a daggum shovel, because I was going to dig up some of these plants to look at the roots. But I think everything we got going on with these corn plants that are real small, everything's happening under the ground. We got stuff attacking the roots, the stubby root nematodes. They are going to town. Now these, it shows up worse in kind of dry conditions. If we had had a lot of rain, probably would not have been this noticeable as a row behind it. But definitely got something going on with some of these plants. Now let me tell you this. Now this is what really scares me. Thank goodness I didn't see it over the whole farm at Blackwell's Bend. The only areas that I saw this is where we had milo planted last year. And we only had milo in little certain parts of this farm, little corners and stuff we planted. But everywhere we had milo, I am seeing this. The rest of the farm, where we did not have milo, looks just like these tall plants right here. Looks great. But everywhere we had the milo, which is scary, this is what it looks like. So thank goodness we did not have milo over this whole farm, or the whole farm would look like this. And I will come back and we'll dig some of these plants up and look at the roots another day. Probably I'll send them off and get them to test it and see what we got eating on the roots and all. But I just wanted to stop and show you all this to show you what can happen, you know, in some crops when you got stuff affecting the roots. It can really, really, really hurt your plants and hurt your yield. There's PA. There's Mark. Well, we just made it to Gray Rocks, and it looks like James has not made it here with the water trailer. So while we wait, what do you say we go out there and see if any cotton came up? You want to see? Let's go take a look. Come on. Well, guys, you're not going to believe this, but we got cotton up. That's unbelievable. Look at these little guys. When cotton first comes out of the ground, it always has two leaves, and they call that the cotyledon stage. Got two big old elephant ears. There's James. Well, that's amazing. That cotton's already up. I'm telling you, that seed depth little calibration tool, setting seed, that I used, I mean, we have got a perfect stand of cotton. Alright guys, that's going to be it for the video. Thanks for watching another one with us. I'm going to try to get one more load out. But it looks like the rain's starting to move in closer. Hopefully, well, let me just say this. It would be fantastic. It would be awesome if all the farms would get a 2-inch rain tonight. That would help out a lot. But hopefully it holds together, but we'll just have to see what happens. But anyway, that's going to be it for the video, guys. So if you want to do me a favor, click that thumb. It means you like the video. If you want to subscribe, Triple R Farms logo over here. Other than that, thanks for watching another one with us, guys, and we'll see y'all on the next one. We're out.